So I don't have much time to work on the evidence. I told y'all my accent comes out when people mess with me. My accent, it started coming out over there with LaMarcus Sanders and Lily Morris. And it just started coming out because they were doing that stuff to me. And when someone does that to me, my accent started to come out. I was so stressed out that I wanted a cigarette. And God got on me about that not to do. I'm not making excuses, but I'm telling the real reason why I do. Because they trying to attack and there's nowhere to turn but to God. I don't have long to work on the evidence. But God said that I need to, and He told me that 2 days ago. But they've been still doing stuff, and I still needed to tell things. I want to tell about something that happened when I fell asleep earlier because I told y'all I was tired and I did fall asleep. And I want to read some more visions. And this was when I posted the first video with the notebook laying down about the visions when I fell asleep. Something wonderful happened, and I didn't really realize what was going on until I awake. So I'm going to tell you what happened. So I was asleep right here. And all of a sudden I see a notebook. I in a car. And I believe I see LaMarcus Sanders. And I saw like a yellow piece of papers with red writing on it. Because I guess, I don't know. I've been writing down my vision, but I have been writing it down on all kind of piece of paper. And it's in LaMarcus, it seemed like he had them. And then I snatched them away. And then there was I was in a truck or an SUV or something, a van or something. And there was a black woman, and she was playing with my vagina, and I never did that before with a woman. And she was trying to like she was playing with my vagina and stuff. And she had nails, and she was trying to dig all into and play with me like through my pants and everything. And I was feeling it, and it was feeling good, you know. But because I was in the front seat, and she had me like over her lap, like trying to play with me, and I started seeing visions when she was doing it. Then all of a sudden I look and I see a man in the back seat, bald head black man. He was not fat, but he was not skinny either, like kind of heavy a little bit. And he had like my notebook, but all the paper that I ever wrote down. And he was trying to hurry and go through all of them. And he was trying to look to see like what I say on them, like what I put on them. And it was red writing, like red ink and yellow paper too, but these are white. And he had these too, so they might have others that I've written down somewhere. I don't know. And he started going through like real quick, and I started to snatch away from him. Like I snatch them away, give them back to me. And he looking to see what I'm saying, like what on the paper about my vision, because they real and they really telling what they're doing and what's going on. But they're showing me something about what I see. They can, or they don't know what I'm gonna say or what I'm gonna tell about them. But this man I do not see, but they all involved in America, so yeah, it's all of them. So basically, I had another notebook too because I've been writing stuff for a long time. And some of my notebook I don't have anymore. But I never really see this particular notebook, and the girl ran off into a building with my stuff, into a club or something, like, or a school. And I saw myself, and I had on like a wig, like straight white woman hair. I had on like a pretty pink dress that go down to like past the knee. And at first, it was another woman there, like a dark skinned girl, skinny. And I had on like silver heels that were short. Then all of a sudden, I had on tall heel, and it had clear, like a clear slipper, but long, 6-inch heel. And then I was wobbling around in them, like, like couldn't really walk in them. It was just because of the heel. It wasn't like I was drunk or anything, but it was because of the heels that I couldn't really walk in them that tall. Like, and then it was something about I was supposed to wear the small one, and then she wanted to wear the small silver heel. And then something was saying, you need to wear the small silver heel, not the tall ones like that. You cannot walk in those. You need to put on the shorter heel. And then I see that I was in someone else's body, and that someone was in my body. So then I go up to myself, and I whisper, because at first the girl was in my body. She was not listening to what the spirit was saying. The spirit was saying to take off those tall heels. And so she wasn't listening, and I saw that it was me, my body. But it was like someone else was in my body and I didn't know. So I went up to myself and I whispered to tell her, someone else is in your body. And you need to take off those heels and you need to come here. And then all of a sudden I hop up like, oh. And I realized what was going on, and I ran back to me. And now, I'm me in my body. And then I run. I take the heel. The heel was off now. I don't know how it's just off now. And I run into the building. And the girl had snatched, the black girls was running in there snatching my notebook that was like this now. It wasn't like this. It was like a diary. And it was like black and gray. And it had little pages sticking out that was not in the bind. And it was like a diary size. And they were running with it. And then I go to snatch away from her. And the other girl was trying to pass it to another girl. And they run in the bathroom and running away. And then I go to snatch it. And I give it back to me. I fight you for it. Give it to me now. And she tried to go away and I snatched it out of her hand. And it was almost like a school, but like a lobby. It was like a little gray room lobby and the bathroom was there. But it was like a club outside. Like people were dressed up like a club outside. And I snatched it away from her. And then I started to go outside. And there was men all outside. And there was a rapper, very well known, young male rapper. And they don't want me to say their names. They're so scary. You're doing evil, but you don't want me to tell. So anyway, I tell you this. He got a dreadlock. And he not dark skinned. He not light skinned. He's skinny and very popular. And he was out there shaking his booty like a girl. He was like this. Like that. And then the Lord was in me. And I back in my body now. My body is me. And God was in me tall. And he said, well, if he look at he while he's shaking his butt like that. He was dressed like a dude. He had on a little white t-shirt with some blue jean on and some gym shoes with a little hair pulled back and little dreads and a ponytail. And he got a hand on his knee and he popping like a girl right next to me outside this club. And we all going after the girls outside to fight them. It was me, but for some reason they were all around me. There were black men all around me and black women, like light skin, Carmel like me, dark skin, but I going after them like vengeance. And he right there, with his hands on his knees popping like that on the side of me right there, and I right there going after the girls, like, outside the club, like this. And then I stopped to get close to them, and he's sitting right there with his hand on his knee, and he started popping his booty, and he popping it real good. I can't do because I'm pregnant, but he popping it real good. He dropping it low. And then God was inside of me. And he looked at him and he said, well, if he out here doing all of that, it's only going to be a matter of time before he out here sucking dick. With y'all. Yeah. That what God saying. He was in me. And he looked down on me. And it was like I was a man. But I wasn't a man. It was God inside of me. And I was back in my own body. I was in my body. Because they tried to have me and have someone else in my body and have me in somebody else's body. I don't know. But I go to whisper to me. And I tell. It was just a quick little seance thing that they did right quick. And tried to fool me. And I said, if he out here doing all of that, outside the club, it's only gonna be a matter of time for he over here sucking dick with y'all females. That's what God said. And he was inside of me. And then so I grabbed one of the black girls. She had some long braids all the way down to here. Real long. And they had blonde and little string of pink in them and pink and everything. And I go, bitch, where you going? And I grab her hair, by the hair. And she like this. And I take her hair. And I start to wrap it around like, get over here. From down here. And hers was longer than mine. So it take me a minute and I wrapping it like, get your ass, get over here. And then they tried to stop me. Some of the dudes that was out there, some of the black guys, they like coming around like to find me, but they not touching me. They trying to get me not to hurt the girl. And I said, no, for that, I gotta knock her fucking head off. Boom! And then her from the neck right here, she go, oh. And I gotta knock her fucking head off. Boom! Right to the side of the fucking neck. And then her head go like that. And she didn't have all this stuff and stuff like that. She was real smooth, but I knock her. Get off here. Bop! And pop her whole neck like that. And she's still alive. I didn't get a girl. And then so like she still was like, she was gonna try to fight me. I guess they were waiting to fight me. And I gotta fight you back. Come here. Get over here. Pop! Pop her right there in the neck. The man, he said he going. Like he said he was gonna leave like a long time ago. He gone. After he get the call from the black woman on the phone when I start to tell that they sacrificing their kids out here to the devil, he get up. She called to go for him to go and meet her somewhere before. But anyway, so I was standing right there, and all of a sudden I saw a light skinned man, like my color, very smooth skin, do-rag on, brown jacket. He started to come to the girl, like, come on. But he coming from right here. So he coming from the side, cause I pop her like that. And then he start to sneak up on her, like, come on, like that. And he got a hand up like close, and then I say, oh no, I ain't with that. I ain't with no man fighting no female. And then I wake up. And then I realize he needed to fight her. Because I'm pregnant. And God fighting for me. So he beating the fuck out the girls too. Ain't no goddamn bars when it's a pregnant woman. The girls coming to fight me in the spirit. The Lord gonna beat your fucking ass. So ain't none of that voodoo bullshit, cause I gonna beat your ass in the spirit. And God gonna beat your ass too. He gonna let me get a couple of his sin. And then he gonna come. And he gonna work you his goddamn self. Forgive me, cause he not goddamn. But he gonna work you himself. And he can come in any form, any shape, and any size, any color he choose. And he got angels too. And they of him, of his spirit. So either way, it's through the Holy Spirit. Whether it's God or an angel. He gonna beat you up for trying to fight me while you're pregnant and doing some voodoo shit. That what just happened when I went to sleep. They want to see what I'm going to tell about my visions. And they still want to try to attack me in the spirit like I told y'all they were doing in the back of the jet. And I showed my belly at the end of the last video. And you could tell I'm pregnant. And they were there trying to get a picture of me smoking a cigarette or some bullshit, you know. Hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. It was like, I started to say, like, I ain't with no man hitting no female, but then I realized, oh no, he gonna fight for me. And he's not a man, but man made in his image. So he gonna fight for me. And I gonna see God knocking out female. I mean, like, he gonna fight for me. He gonna come up on you with his fist. A female. And the male angel, they're going to come up with their fists. And they don't believe in hitting on women. But I'm pregnant. And this time that don't count. So he don't care if you a girl. He going to come up to you. And he going to come and beat you up. And he going to beat you real good. And they didn't run up on him. But he was right there. Coming up to beat them up. So talk about the hair on my face all you want. Talk about my tooth missing that was not gone. Until after I got out of the jail. And my face and skin were clearing up and everyone saw and they were jealous of that. Talk about my hair. Talk about how long I've been pregnant. You can talk about me all you want. Cause my husband fight for me. And his armies fight for me. Heaven's armies, his angels. My brothers. They fight for me. To hell with you. Who run up on me in the physical world. And try to say I cannot defend myself. Yes, I can. God said pick up whatever I need to and pop you and do whatever I need to do. Because obviously the baby not going to die. That's why y'all trying to kill. Obviously he's not going to die. Because if it was, why would he run up to fight you? Why would he let me stand up in the spirit world when y'all were doing that to me in the jail and I stand up 7 feet tall? And I thought to pop, get back, pop, get back, pop, get back, pop, get back. And all of them were like, and still trying to run up. The fuck you mean? Pop, hit a female all across the goddamn room. It go flying through the wall. And still trying to run up. Cause all y'all been doing this bullshit in America. Fuck you mean? I don't like to curse. And I don't want to do. But I've been around you treacherous people all my life. So I gotta get that out of my system cause I'm tired of you. There was some song that I just had. And it was a beautiful song. You know, that just was wonderful to me. And I wanted to tell, you know, like I wanted to tell right away. But I had to finish to tell the story about how LaMarcus was running up to fight me. And how Lily Morris was trying to fight me. And James was trying to fight me. Well, he put out that whole damn gun and cocked it on us. But my God, he angels and they were fighting for me. My husband. I'm so excited, you know, because I love him. And I cannot worship an angel. But when I woke up, I remember and his armies. They're gonna fight for me because he said so. That means if it's a girl, it don't matter. He gonna knock you out. He gonna knock you out. And you know how to fight. So y'all need to start trying to fight me. Talking about, when Jesus Christ coming back? When Jesus Christ coming back? Ah! What y'all so scared for? Because y'all trying to kill me. Is that why y'all so afraid? Because you know if you do, you know what's going to happen. Or you might come before you do. You ready? I don't think you are. And I go for all of you. That's why he cast you out of the kingdom of heaven. When you were trying to come into my body to try to make me out to be a mental patient in the goddamn cell. So I couldn't go to trial so you could lie about that evidence and send me to be murdered without paying me. What you mean? The man not here, so I don't want to hear about nobody talking about that crazy. And I need to shower. I need to shower. I need to take a bath. And I got to work on my evidence. So Lord, help me do that. I got bump all over the face from falling asleep with makeup and all of that. And not to have the things that I need to grow on, you know. Psalm 35. Contend, O Lord, with those who contend with me. Fight against those who fight against me. Hallelujah. That's who made the man go boom over the whole thing at the mall. You guys need to go to, I tell you the story another time, but I was in a vision with a Chick-fil-A and a black man tried to attack me while I was asleep again. And there was other men there, and they were black too, I believe. And all of a sudden, he go boom, falling over the whole, banister, and he hurt himself really bad, and I was scared I was going to get in trouble for it. And then I go through the food court like this, through all of the Hispanic and everything, covering my belly like, don't even try it, don't even try it, I drop you like that, cover my belly. Take hold of shield, rise for my help, draw out the spear against my pursuers. Say to my soul, I am your salvation. Let them be put to shame and dishonor who seek after my life. Let them be turned back and disappointed who devise evil against me. For without cause, they hid their net for me. Without cause, they dug a pit for my life. Let destruction come upon him when he does not know it. And let the net that he hath hid ensnare him. Let him fall into it to his own destruction. Then my soul will rejoice in the Lord, exulting in his salvation. All my bones shall say, O Lord, who is like you, delivering the poor from him who is too strong for him, the poor and needy from him who robs him. Malicious witnesses rise up. They ask of me things that I do not know. They repay me evil for good. My soul is bereaved. And they all outside, trying to be loud. And trying to drive past with their car going, all that bull. Vindicate me, O Lord my God, according to your righteousness, and let them not rejoice over me. Let them not say in their hearts, aha, our heart's desire. Let them not say, we have swallowed her up. Let them be put to shame and disappointed altogether who rejoice in my calamity. Let them be clothed with shame and dishonor who magnify themselves against me. Let those who delight in righteousness, in my righteousness, shout for joy and be glad and say forevermore, great is the Lord. who delights in the welfare of his servants. Then my tongue shall tell of your righteousness and of your praise all day long. He's so beautiful. And so are he, angel. Okay, so yeah, I got many pieces of paper, vision, I did not want, but they really afraid for me to tell. I can tell it right out the back of my mind. But this different. So most of my vision I have here. I saw my son. I put a small baby in his arms and said he would have loved the baby. Then someone called for Austin. I said he is not here. So it was almost like something was trying to kill the baby, and it could have. And it said that they did it before to over 250 African Americans. But then I saw me put the baby in his arm. So we were still alive. But almost like we almost were not. And then someone called for Austin and we were outside though. We were not in the hall. And I say today, he not he. Because they always knew they can call me for he. But not anymore. Austin is not he. And when I get my son and my children, he not he. I saw a black woman with a third eye on her forehead. They were sitting in society of darkness at a table. They were afraid. And the man next to her was afraid because her third eye was open on her forehead. And they were blinking and everything. Because he was afraid that they would be killed. Something said that something about they did this to 250 black people in America. Then I saw the black woman in a queen. No, I saw another black. Well, the man third eye open too after that. The woman eye open first. And they out there making all that noise. Demonic ass. Trying to distract me from what I say, and I fucking can't stand this. But anyway. So Lord, please help me now, cause they're getting on my goddamn nerve. So the black woman third eye open first. And then the black man next to her that was afraid, his was open too. And he was afraid that they were going to be killed. And then something say they done this to over 250 black people or black in America. 200 other people in America. And so then I saw a young black woman, she was dark skinned in the jail. Saying one that they would put me in, another one in the front of the jail by booking. And she had on a green turtle suit with her hair all over her head. And she was bleeding like me. And she was trying to get the baby out herself. And then someone called me to the cell and opened it. I don't see who they were. But the presence of evil. And then they take her away. And I don't know what happened to her. So I saw an R&B singer, and she come. I go to her house. They were black men, but I go to her house and I knock on the door, and I ask her to let me in. When I come in, I use the restroom. She got a nice little house, but her husband is supposedly rich, and supposedly they just filed for divorce. He was rich, and she was over there in this little bitty small apartment, but it was nice enough for her. And I said, "Can I use the restroom?" She said yes. And I go to use the restroom in her house. It was nice. And I come into her living room, and before I go, she said, "Andrea, what was your baby father in prison for?" And I tell her, "He was in prison for assault." And she look at me and say, "Okay." And then I walk out the door. Before that, I saw a lot of black men with houses, big houses and animals. They was outside with big old bird like ostrich and stuff. And then they were leading me into a house, big old house, not like this, like 2 story. And then like I come out the house, almost like there was no lease to the house or no one really owned the house or live in the house or nothing. And I just come out of there. And when I come in out, I like stomp in out of there. Like I going to handle my business. And that's when I went to the R&B singer how to use the restroom. And that when she asked me what he was in prison for. I saw him get my son back. And I saw he was running around the house with a haircut, and I keep his hair long. And then Mohai say they cut his hair off. I'm not gonna do nothing but grow it right back. And then so like my son on the phone, I can grow, but he's still really kind of short, like a little bit. And he walking around on that phone, talking about grandma. Hey, grandma. Like he wasn't saying grandma. He was saying grandma. He was on the phone with Cynthia. But he was with me. And he was like, "Hey, grandma." And she wanted to know, like, "How you do?" And he like, run off, like, walking around all grown and everything, like, "Hey, grandma," like, grandma. He over there talking to her, like, all grown and everything. Like, he love his grandma. And then, like, I see my attorney by the refrigerator. And almost like an apartment, but it's dark in there. And